There's this reporter who's going into a prison in Syria to let out a prisoner who didn't know the war was over. Twitter X, 7.3 million views. I mean, that's crazy. She is being touted by others as fabricating stories and just coming up with utter nonsense just to create content. Gonna take a look at this story that my sweet friend sent me. Following the last videos, be interested in your takes whether the CNN correspondent is staging a dramatic situations to create content. That is what he's asking me. It's pretty nefarious. It's pretty bad. But is it absolute CNN is we finally exposed CNN for what they are and the Satan child sacrificing Satanists they are? Welcome to this meaningless show. If something CNN did is not legit, it's gonna be a big win for those on the right who are of the Q persuasion. So let's take a look at this here, shall we? A remarkable moment as CNN's Clara Saward and her team find a Syrian prisoner left behind in a secret prison, alone and unaware the Assad regime was no more. Let's take a look. Sounds pretty intriguing, if I don't say so myself.
Might just be a blanket, but it's the only cell that's locked. Is he gonna shoot it?
The guard makes us turn the camera off while he shoots the lock off the cell door.
Okay, so it looks like they're going in there to essentially
get a closer look.
Grab a prisoner.
It's still not clear if there is something under the blanket.
Oh my goodness.
Is there someone there?
Number one, I love how she just ran in there, just burst into the scene. Kind of like a Geraldo Rivera kind of thing going on. Good on you. You got some balls. All right.
Is someone there? Or is it just a blanket? I don't know.
Okay, this is looking a little funny. Something's not right here. I'm gonna cut to the chase here. Something's not right. I'm not feeling it. So far, you've got my attention big time. I don't mean to smile. I don't know why. Just I don't know why. Just to me, it seems like. Just seems very sudden, very, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It doesn't seem right. It just doesn't seem right. Okay.
Okay, you're okay. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay.
Okay. So she's consoling him.
Clutches my arm tightly with both hands.
Okay. Kiss him on the forehead. Kiss him on the forehead. Sorry, I don't. That's very, very not nice of me to say. To laugh at.
Okay. Okay.
He just kind of seems like, I don't know. It just seems a little bit on the, I'm the last of the conspiracists. But the first video does seem strange, discovering Amanda under a blanket in prison that's been open for 2 days. What did I tell you? Obviously, I don't know yet. I'm not just gonna jump on the bandwagon. I trust my friend. He's dug into this himself. My buddy just put a little more context into this. There's more to the story. I'm just throwing this in there as a supplementary. He's sent me an audio message. This will shed a little more light on proving this is just despicable.
Worth saying that the first video, there's a lot more other videos of that guy. Like, for example, they take him outside and it's the first time he's seen lights in, like, you know, however long, and he just looks straight up at the sky. Like, your eyes wouldn't hurt.
My God, there is light.
She's like, okay. Should we do that again? Should we do that again?
The fighter hands him something to eat. Barely lifted to his mouth.
Okay.
But his body can't handle it. Okay, you're okay. His captors fled during the fall of Damascus.
I mean, I don't mean to be insensitive, but it seems to me like he's really enjoying the opportunity he has with the reporter. Make of that what you will.
With no food or water.
And they're going, oh, you poor thing. I don't know what the context is. Is he a murderer? right? Is he a therapist? Right? Okay. I mean, listen, again, if this is a real thing, I don't want to be insensitive. I would actually say in this example here, I don't know if it fully exposes some total bullshit. I don't know. The whole thing, though, that he looks pretty damn fresh, that's the thing that just doesn't make sense to me. And the fact that he's been in there for a number of days after, obviously, it's already been swept, that area, that prison.
Someone also pointed out, like, considering they just blew the door off with a gun.
Right, that's something I forgot to mention. It's pretty weird that they have to turn off the camera, that they blew the door off with a gun. They got to turn off the camera, and then it fades out, and it comes.
Is he gonna shoot it?
The guard makes us turn the camera off while he shoots the lock off the cell door.
Okay, so it looks like they're going in there. Yeah, for some reason, they don't want me to film this. They don't want me to film us blowing the door off.
like he was asleep under a blanket, but they just blew the you know, like that wouldn't rouse him with a gunshot.
I don't know. Maybe he was hiding. I don't know.
Everyone's just laughing at that guy's acting, basically, or what looks like acting.
Also, my fine friend is also pointing out that it got community noted. This is clearly staged. There's no chance a prisoner who is in the darkness can look with wide eyes in the sun. Additionally, his jacket is clean, and he has a new haircut and clean nails, which is not possible. And I agree. Yeah, he looks pretty fresh. He looks pretty fresh.
Of course, before Western journalists got in, you know, the Syrians were in that prison and cleared it out. They searched it. They dug through the walls with drills and shit, trying to find secret passages. They opened every cell, man. And the people they found in there were in serious distress. And like this guy, just doesn't look right, does it? If you see the video of them actually freeing the prisoners, there was like 30 or like 20 to 30 people in one cell. And the prison was really noisy because there was thousands of people inside the prisons opening the doors, and also parents as well, like families were in there trying to find their loved ones. So it was complete noise, chaos, screaming and shouting, you know, God is great and everything. Like, also while banging like locks off doors and shooting locked doors. So how one dude in one cell could just like sleep through it all and be completely surprised that everything would be just be like complete nonsense. It doesn't stack.
I feel you, man. I feel you. BBC is going to do us right. Thank God for BBC. Are they on the take as well? Scroll down. There's a second video. Is this another video? Oh, great.
Clarissa is on the ground right now. Clarissa, tell us what's happening.
Stand by.
Hi, John. So forgive me, I have a slightly unelegant position, but we have just had a massive barrage of rockets coming in here, not too far from us.
This isn't looking good. She wants to look like it's an extreme situation with rockets blasting. That intro did not look good. Let's look at it again.
Clarissa is on the ground right now. Clarissa, tell us what's happening.
Stand by.
Hi, John. So forgive me, I have a slightly unelegant position, but we have just had a massive barrage of rockets coming in here, not too far from us. So we have had to take shelter here by the roadside. We're just about 5 minutes away. Gaza is in that direction. We can hear now a lot of jets in the sky. We could also hear the Iron Dome intercepting a number of those rockets as they were whizzing overhead and making impact in that direction, not too far from here. We came to this.
They start off the whole clip of her going, okay, ready? She's going, oh God. Okay, you're not ready? Okay. Are you ready? Okay. God. Oh, here we are. You can hear the bombs in the background. Oh, there are no bombs? There are no bombs? There's bombs that just happened, you know.
How you doing, Sonny?
She's certainly understated, that's for sure. Maybe she dove down into the situation and is just lying there and saying, okay, we might as well film something. I mean, it could be legit. Is it exaggerated? Sure. This kind of stuff happens all the time. It happens all the time. There might not be much going on. Like, there might not be a bomb blowing up right next to her. You know, she's trying to make hay. It's pretty funny. It's pretty good. All right.
Location, because this was ground zero for this entire operation of carnage. Hamas militants came.
This was ground zero of the entire operation. Look at it. She's laying there. I mean, it's news. You know, news is news these days. Is this absolutely fake? I don't know. Let's wait. Let's see.
On a pickup truck. This was the first place where they breached that border wall, and they basically drove down this strip, just spraying lead wherever they went. We saw, in fact, I was just grabbing it before that happened, and we had to hit the deck.
Yeah, they're spraying lead. See, let me tell you, Johnny, back at the station, I know lead when I see it. Okay, believe my word. Before I pump your guts full of lead.
Heavy weaponry being used. It's saying we can get up now.
So I say we can get up now. It's a massacre out here. It's so fucked up here, Johnny.
You're probably wondering what they're doing. Well, there's a lot of people out there that don't agree with our system of government. They're called the conservatives.
Yeah, in my time as a reporter, really, for someone in a war zone, she's quite understated. She almost looks like she's been smoking the chillums, which is another name for ganja they use in India. I know they're not in India. It seems like she's been smoking those chillums. Just take a look. Look at her eyes. Look at her. What is she looking at there? What is that? She's like, look at this. Have you ever seen one of these on weed? Okay, enough, Jordan. Stupid asshole.
Heavy weaponry being used. It's saying we can get up now.
Heavy weed, man.
Where are we moving to? Sorry, just 1 second, guys. Okay.
What are we even doing, guys?
So now I can show you the scene here. This is where those militants first came, opening up fire on all these vehicles. There's a baby carriage down there, turned over on its side.
Yeah,
you can see over there.
I'll tell you this, some reason, I don't like her. That's for sure. But perhaps I've been peppered already with the whole attitude that I should be having, that I don't like her because people are claiming this is fake and bullshit.
Clayton, if you just show in the distance there, some kind of strikes, looks like in Gaza as well.
Okay.
Return fire.
Rocket strikes very, very far away. That's what I'm getting here. It just seems a little much.
Or is that the smoke from the rocket launches? Forgive me. It's a little difficult after being crouched in a ditch to know exactly.
It's a little difficult after smoking a big old chillum to really know what the hell's going on. I mean, what am I doing in Israel/Gaza? Man, I'm so high right now.
Been going on.
Okay. What a professional actress. Battlefields around world at her stage and ridiculous lies are her lines. Sorry, let me try that again. What a professional actress. Battlefields around world are her stage and ridiculous lies are her lines. She would give everything, including her conscience, for the propaganda victories of the USA empire and money. Don't believe her. Don't believe CNN. What did I tell you? This lovely lady, obviously a professional. I understand why everyone is suspicious of this. It looks like total bullshit. They start off the whole clip of her going, okay, ready? Here we go.
Clarissa is on the ground right now. Clarissa, tell us what's happening.
Stand by. Hi, John. So forgive me, I have a slightly unelegant position.
And of course, they could
not too far from us, so
they could turn the camera that way.
To take shelter here.
I mean, it honestly looks like some acting I did in high school.
We put him in the army. Ah! This usually gets them pretty motivated pretty quick.
I don't know. In this world, the glitz and the glamour in the biz, it's exaggerated. It's over-exaggerated. There's no getting around it. Whether it's Fox, whether it's CNN, it doesn't matter. Whether it's Axios, whether it's the Christian Monitor or whatever, which I hear is a very unbiased, a very fair periodical news source. It's just the way it's going to be. Right now, it's beginning to be exposed. It's beginning to come to light much more. And I think as we're going to keep moving forward, know that this is something that we have to take personal responsibility for. In this world, television, ratings, and clicks and views, you just got to keep people going. I mean, check out that book. Trust me, I'm lying. Ryan Holiday, like, he does a lot of stoicism stuff now these days. But I mean, look, he wrote this whole book about how he literally was manipulating going up the chain, starting with local blogs, doing something scandalous, local blogs, local newspapers, and one or the other would pick each other up. And then the next one up the chain, like the city news, that would then pick up this news. And then the national news would pick it up. And he would just hoax himself. He would put up billboards for things he was marketing for. And then he would deface the billboards himself and then say, oh, everyone hates this author. Look do you see that billboard, Channel 9? Everyone hates that author, you know, and how can someone resist but to cover that in the story? It's not to say that, you know, they're completely making up bullshit in the story we just watched, but people don't have time to go back and look to make sure that even editors aren't really doing the best job of sourcing their stuff, which is something I do now anyway, but no one's going to do that but wackos like you and me. So there's going to be a line here. I know I'm not saying anything fucking groundbreaking, but there's definitely a line. You know, there's definitely exaggeration. I used to work in the biz. I used to be an editor. I used to produce a bunch of stuff. A lot of what this stuff is demonstrating what it's like, is showing, like a documentary. Documentaries often mess things up on purpose in a sense, but to give you the essence and the feeling of maybe what the characters went through, or the people who are telling the story, what they went through. And this is something that Werner Herzog does all the time. He readily admits it. He's like, yeah, this is for putting something inside of you. Maybe it's one of those things that we also need to say, this is exaggerated content, just like we need to say, this is AI. I don't know. It's impossible. Nobody has time to fact check. Nobody cares. As long as you hear that CNN or Fox News or Donald Trump or whomever is saying this happened, it's done. It's over. And there's a lot of discussion about this. Sam Harris talks a lot about this on his Making Sense podcast. It's a paywall podcast, but you can actually get it for free if you just write him. But it's very good. He's very much in the center, and he's on the side of people who care about the sources of news they get. They care about the types of information they're getting. Right and left have completely lost it, and so it's trying to come back to the middle here and get back to a sane level of being able to trust sources, being able to trust institutions, etc. There is a wonderful episode that is not behind his paywall, Intellectual Authority and Its Discontents. I highly recommend it. He talks a lot about this phenomenon. It's nothing to get crazy about. Whether we should lynch this reporter or lynch CNN, it happens all the time. Welcome to the world we live in. But yes, there is a war happening in Israel and Gaza, if that wasn't clear. Okay. Thank you much, my sweet, sweet friend, for the lead, I guess. And I guess that's also it for me. And before you start screaming that the source of this material, my friend, is a fake news, fuck CNN type of guy, just know that he would have voted for Kamala. See you in the next one.